All right, so we're going to talk about some fun things that you can do with your students and sketchbooks. So, one is giving them lines or shapes that then they need to finish and complete into a drawing. And you may have seen these before. I've done it before where it's printed out on a worksheet or something like that that I go ahead and hand out to the students. But for this, I'm actually trying something new, and the students are finding it to be really fun. So these are label sheets that I have. Now, I do know labels are not the cheapest thing. These are a whole bunch that I have left over from a previous project that have actually been sitting around for a couple years, so it's time to use them. So I've done them on the labels, and then I've also done this exact same thing using Post-it notes. So let me explain it to you, and then you should see how this might work. So these labels that I have are about 3 by 4 inches. So basically, you could go ahead and do this on your computer, and then basically you're printing out your own stickers because my printer and I are not real friends at the moment, and this is for a smaller group of students. I'm just going ahead and drawing them myself. So all you're doing is going ahead, and there's no like right or wrong thing of what you're actually adding onto the sticker or where you're placing it, but you're drawing some different lines and shapes onto your papers that your students are going to end up seeing if they can build their own ideas off of this. And I'll do okay, so here we now have a bunch for them to choose from. The reason I like doing them as stickers is one, students just like stickers. It gives them some choice so they can come up and go through the sticker pile. And then once they decide that they have one that they want to work with, they can go ahead and peel that sticker. So if I decided I really loved this sticker, I'm going to peel this sticker off, and they can add that right into their sketchbook. Then once they do that, I allow them to make a couple choices and make some of their own rules. So they could decide that they still want their image to stay within the sticker, or they can decide that it's going to spill off the page. So that does give them some choice, which they're going to like either way. It's still going to kind of challenge their thinking about what they can actually come up with. And it also helps them think about, well, where do they want to put their sticker within the page? If they're thinking that they want to expand into the page, then they need to pay a little bit of attention as to where they're going to go down and put it on the paper. Then they're going to work on looking at this and seeing what they can turn it into. So the first thing that I actually thought of when I saw this is it reminds me of a pencil. So this most definitely probably not the most creative solution. So I do like to have students do a couple of these because they tend to come up with more interesting ideas as they go on. And then I'm going to extend these lines down, and I'm going to go ahead and have this run off of my paper, and then think about, normally our pencils are kind of labeled. I'm going to say that it's a number 2 pencil. And there we go. So that would be my extended drawing, just as a really quick start. So the stickers are a nice option because it allows them to continue working in their sketchbooks. If you have them working in sketchbooks, yes, you can still print out pages and they could staple them in, glue them in, but the stickers are fun and the students like getting to come and pick from these. So if you use a Post-it note, it's the same type of idea. You just do a whole bunch of these little drawings on a pile of Post-it notes, and then students can come around and pick which Post-it note they want to use, and they can add that into their sketchbook. The fun thing about the Post-it note is it brings in an element of color. So if I do those, I like to get the multi-color pack Post-it notes so that then they can also explore what kind of colors they might want to add to their drawings. So that can be a fun way to give them little drawing starters and challenges, but let them go ahead and make some choices and then add it right into their sketchbook.